everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Friday, so we all know what that means. It's upload day. Okay, so this video is sort of a Disney video, but also not a Disney video, if that makes sense. I'm wearing my Marvel t-shirt because this video is a Marvel video. Yeah, it's a Marvel video. So basically, before I started watching the Marvel films, I'd never seen any of the films at all, ever. And I don't know why, I just feel like they weren't going to be my type of film, and pretty much all of my friends have seen them all, loved them all, and were just talking to me about it. And because I didn't really know like the backstories and everything, I don't think, and they'd talk about the film and obviously I wouldn't know what they were talking about because I'd never seen any of the films before. So I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna educate myself and dedicate my weekends on an evening after like all of the main events have gone on, watch Marvel movies. So this video is going to be like a review of all of the Marvel films I've seen so far. I've seen 4 so far. They are Avengers, the first Avengers film, Captain America the First Avenger, Captain America Winter Soldier, and Guardians of the Galaxy. So I'm going to do like maybe a 5 to 10 minute review about each film and then say which one's been my favourite so far. And this is going to be like a mini series because obviously every weekend I'm watching Marvel and I'm so excited for like WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So yeah, I just thought I'd get on and chat about the Marvel films because I'm really liking them. Didn't really expect to like them, but yeah. Okay, so the first film that I'm going to be talking about is the very first Avengers film, and quite a few people said to me it's a good introduction, but it's not as good as like Endgame and Infinity War. So I wasn't really sure about it because I knew the characters, some of the characters, but I didn't really know much about them, and so I was very intrigued like what the film would be about and everything. And yeah, I liked it, I really did. I think because I really like fighting scenes, because at school I was a drama student and we sadly never got to do like any choreographed fighting, but I always like in any film I'm all about action and comedy, and I think them two elements are just so strong in that first film. It's a nice introduction to all of the characters because they all have their own bit, if that makes sense. Obviously I was introduced to Loki, played by Tom Hiddleston, and he was so good. Like, I knew he was going to be good because Tom Hiddleston's just such a strong actor. And yeah, one of my friends is obsessed with Loki, like everything Loki, and she's got this t-shirt which says "Kneel before Loki," and I never understood the reference until I saw the film, and then I was like, oh my god, I know the reference now. And there was a reference to Captain America. Well, I maybe should have watched Captain America the First Avenger before Avengers, because Avengers happens after the first Captain America film, so it was a bit confusing, I guess, in a way. So maybe I should have watched it in that order rather than the first Avengers first, but I really liked it. I liked the comedy elements. I just think for a film it's a great introduction to like the series, because the next film I'm watching is Avengers Age of Ultron. Not really heard much about that. I do like Google the basic plot, like obviously not to give anything away about the film that I'm going to be watching, just like a little introduction, see what it's about. Yeah, I really did enjoy the first Avengers film. It's very funny, it's very action, got a lot of action in, fighting. And yeah, I really liked it. And Samuel L. Jackson, Chris Evans, gorgeous. What's the guy's name who plays Iron Man? It's gone out my head. Oh no. I can't think. Scarlett Johansson, obviously, is Black Widow. She's amazing. There's just so many good actors, and I'm like blown away by the casting of Marvel films. Is just a genius. Like, yeah. So first Avengers, I think, good introduction as my review. A lot of action. Would definitely recommend, if you're like me and you've never seen a Marvel film, watch Captain America, the first Avenger, before you see the first Avengers movie. So yeah, don't do what I did, because it just makes everything a lot more confusing. So yeah, definitely try that. Okay, so the next film that I'm going to be reviewing is Captain America, the First Avenger. So this film, I'm not going to lie, I wasn't a huge fan of it since, well, on the first Avengers movie that I saw, Captain America is my favourite Avenger out of them all. Black Widow's amazing, but Captain America is just amazing in it. But there was just something about the first Captain America film. I think more action happened when obviously he turned super, because obviously he's part of the army. He gets recruited to join this, to take part in an experiment, I think it was. Where, because obviously he was like small, he was very weedy, he wasn't a great soldier. And his love interest, because they needed a soldier to try out this experiment, she selected him and he went and did it. And then obviously he turned like super strong, super fast, and just the next hero, so the next Captain America. Because Captain America's like obviously a hero who protects America, and yeah. And all of the action tends to happen after, and you are introduced to him, and you're also introduced to Bucky, who's his like closest friend, closest soldier. He loves him, well, not loves him, but like they're really good friends. And yeah, this bit's going to contain spoilers, and I'm going to put in the description box that this will contain a spoiler, so try not watch it if you've never seen it. So there is a scene, I think it's in Germany, I'm not and I know it is in Germany because it's in Stuttgart, I don't know. Where they're going on a train and they're fighting one of the enemies. I think it's him and Bucky, and Bucky basically gets thrown off the train and he dies. Inverted commas, dies. And obviously Captain America's distraught because Bucky is like his closest friend. Again, Sebastian Stan as Bucky. Mwah. Beautiful. Really, really good. Very impressed with him. So yeah, it was very sad. And obviously I had no idea about the film, so I wasn't sure if it was going to be sad or happy. So I was a bit like, oh, what now? his best friend's just died. But yeah, it is a good film, I'm not gonna lie. Like, so far there's not been a film that I've disliked. It's just there are a lot better films than the first Captain America film. I mean, I did enjoy it, don't get me wrong. It's just quite, do I dare say this? Yeah, it is quite boring, and the introduction until he gets turned super is like, it's not too long, it's just nothing really happens, and then obviously when he becomes super strong and everything, he gets a bit more action and a lot more fighting and stuff going down, and it's great, and I love it, and I'm here for it. So yeah, I do still think Captain America is my favourite Avenger. Yeah, so that was like my review for Captain America the First Avenger. And obviously at the end it sort of shows Nick Fury like getting him to be part of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is great, we love that. Okay, so last Saturday I watched Captain America Winter Soldier. Now this one was just full of action from start to finish. It's definitely, I think one of my favourites so far out of all of them. There are a lot of surprises, a lot of amazing, like, shocking surprises that I think I sort of worked out myself before I saw it, and I was like, oh my god. So this review's definitely gonna contain a lot of spoilers, so please don't hate me for this. But one of the biggest well, it's not really a shock. One of the biggest shock is that what's his name? Oh my god, what is his name? I've forgotten the name, but his like arch nemesis, Captain America always fights, and I just can't think of the name. It's gonna bug me now. If you know, please comment, put it in the comments, because I have no idea. I've forgotten, okay? Don't hate me. And it gets revealed, I think it's halfway through the film or like towards the end, that because he pulls off the mask, I think something happens and the mask comes off, and then Captain America's like, hang on a minute, and it gets revealed that the person he's been fighting all this time is Bucky, his best friend, who supposedly died after the train accident. And I was like, oh my god. Actually, it might be called the Winter Soldier, now I think about it. I think it is, actually. I'm not 100% sure though. But I sort of thought that as like a conspiracy theory, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I was a bit like, would they do that? Surely not, I don't know. Would they bring back a character from the dead? And I was just so surprised that they'd actually done it. And like, my mum wasn't really paying attention to the film, but I was, and I literally sat on the edge of my seat and was like, that reveal was so good. I was blown away. And then in one of the scenes, I think that's towards the middle of the film as well, we get introduced to Falcon, and he's great, so I'm very excited for Falcon and the Winter Soldier now. But another scene that's quite shocking is basically Nick Fury gets shot because they reveal a secret between him and Captain America in Captain America's flat, and someone I think overhears what's going on because he has like a massive car accident by the police, and then he stumbles to Captain America's flat, and then they have a conversation, and he gets shot, and they rush him to hospital, and again he dies. And then literally at the end of the film, I'm not joking, you see him like sat up awake, and I was like I was like, what? Because you very clearly saw him die, you saw him get shot, so I had no idea what was going on. I was so surprised. I was like, oh my god, this is so good. And yeah, I definitely think that film for me is my favourite so far. But definitely my second favourite is the film I watched on Sunday. And it was the turn of the film that everyone was hyped for me to see. And it's Guardians of the Galaxy, because I've seen a lot of Disneyland Paris vlogs, and I've always watched the Guardians of the Galaxy dance-off that they do. And before I watched the film, I wasn't sure about like why they played that music in the dance-off. And then when I was watching the film and all the music was taking me back to Disneyland Paris, and I was like, oh. I just think this film is very funny. The use of music is just so clever. Again, the cast, can I just say, Marvel, you are smashing it with your casting. You really are. Because, like, Chris Pratt as Star-Lord, as Peter Quill, as whatever you want to call him. I've forgotten who plays Gamora, but she's just a queen. We love Gamora. Groot, of course, you've gotta love Groot. He's just amazing. Like, he's such a mood, alright? He's such a mood, I relate so much. And Rocket Raccoon. I just love Rocket so much. Like, I've no bad words to say about Rocket Raccoon. He's amazing. Thanos, alright? He's epic. He's such a good character. Such a good villain. Like, him and Loki are just iconic Marvel villains for me. I mean, they're the only ones that I've seen, apart from, like, Winter Soldier. So, definitely love them. But, like, Chris Pratt is in one of my all-time favourite films, Jurassic World, and when I saw it was him in it, I was like, oh my god, this is so good. And the ending with, well, it's very sad because Groot gets killed, Groot dies, and then baby Groot appears in the little plant pot that Rocket's holding in the little ship. I can't remember what the ship's called, I'm sorry. But it's just adorable because there's just a little scene at the end which makes me laugh. Made me laugh like non-stop. And it's just him dancing, and then every time one of the characters turns around he stops, and then he just dances again, and it's like, yes. He's adorable. I love baby Groot so much, so I'm very excited to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I think that's coming up a week tomorrow? Yeah, a week tomorrow. So yeah, I'm very excited to watch that. I'm not gonna lie, like, it's gonna be so good. Like, I'm very excited. But yeah, I did love Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think my mum has enjoyed watching the Marvel films, and I definitely think Guardians of the Galaxy was her favourite as well. Well, I don't know, for me it's a toss-up between Captain America the Winter Soldier and Guardians of the Galaxy. because they're both really good films and they both just grab your attention from the get-go, I think, whereas Avengers did grab my attention, but I mean, it is a good introduction, like I said, but yeah. And Captain America: The First Avenger takes quite a while for all the action to start, but again, as a first Captain America film, it is good. So yeah. So that was my mini reviews of all of the Marvel films I've watched so far. So when I watch maybe the next 2 or the next 4, then I'll definitely film another video like this. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit different to what I usually do, but yeah, if you did enjoy, please like, comment and subscribe. If you've seen any Marvel film, let me know which your favourite was and just which ones that I'll probably enjoy watching. But yeah, so this was my Marvel my review video. Hope you all enjoy. This is Red Hood Boo signing off. Bye everyone.